Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, you know what I was thinking about today?
Yeah, because we already talked about this.
Act like you didn't know. What? Say like, what are you?
What were you thinking about,
Well,
Kelsey?
Rachel, I was thinking about Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev. I'm super excited about that fight.
Yeah.
And even more, I saw DAZN had tweeted out a picture of the two fighters together, and I didn't realize how excited. I saw a poster. I didn't realize how excited I was until I saw that. I was like, holy crap, I can't believe this fight is happening. But what I was thinking then, I was like, uh-oh. Okay, Canelo's a huge favorite in the fight. Like, we talked about that already. If Canelo beats Sergey Kovalev for the WBO light heavyweight title, as many expect he will, at least the bookies do, a lot of fans do, what does that mean for Canelo's future, Rachel?
Yeah.
Let's ponder that.
Well, it's an interesting thing because you said you saw the picture of them and you were like, Kovalev's bigger than him.
Well, he's just a lot taller.
Yeah. And so that...
He's got a longer reach, but that does, you know...
Right. So we talked in a previous video about like somebody like Roy Jones who went up to heavyweight, right? Nobody expected Roy Jones to clear out the heavyweight division.
Right.
You know what I mean? He had an opportune time to go up, grab that, come back down. There you go. Now with this though, like, I don't know, you know?
Yeah, that's actually a really good example. Nobody expected middleweight Roy Jones, who also moved up to 168, 175, to clear out the heavyweight division. But do we kind of expect middleweight? He's basically a middleweight Canelo Alvarez. I know he fought at 154 pounds, but he was always kind of too big for that weight class in that many of his fights were at 155.
Right.
He was a middleweight.
There has been some, like, you know, some complaint about that, right?
Back then there was,
Back then, it was like, Canelo's always making, like, catchweight fights.
He ain't making a catchweight for this one.
Just fight at middleweight, you know? Like, so it seems kind of unfair when you have a fighter that repeatedly, like, does that. So I remember that being a thing back then. So, yeah, Canelo's, it's not like he's...
It's not like he's moved up to heavyweight.
Well, it's not like he's Mikey Garcia, who moved up and we're like, well, we're not sure you're ready for... you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
like,
he is like Mikey Garcia and then he's jumping up 2 full weight classes. But he isn't like Mikey Garcia.
But he doesn't have the same body.
He also doesn't have the same, like, Canelo has a resume which suggests he can do this. And he had one fight at 168, albeit against Rocky Fielding. Still, Rocky Fielding's a top 10, 168-pound fighter.
Right.
And he completely destroyed that guy. So it wasn't like a 12-round decision that Canelo won.
Yeah.
He dominated and stopped Rocky Fielding pretty quickly. But what if he beats Sergey Kovalev? Does that mean that Canelo Alvarez is going to fight other light heavyweight champions like Dimitri Bivol?
Well, and Bivol. It also
makes... How do you say his name? Dimitri Bivol? Bivol? I feel weird saying it out loud now.
Makes one wonder. So the light heavyweight division is not like other divisions.
It's scary.
Huh?
It's scary.
Oh, well, I was going to say...
It's scary for Canelo.
That Canelo is already fighting one of the best light heavyweights out there. In Kovalev.
Well, he's fighting the one with the best resume, yes, but maybe not. We don't know if he's the best because he's older.
Right.
He's recently lost a fight that he avenged. We have undefeated world title holders, and most of them are from the Eastern Bloc, so I can't say their names.
I'm just saying that I think that if you are already the favorite to beat Kovalev, that I feel like you're going to be pretty successful should you stay in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah.
What I wonder is, like, the light heavyweight division isn't as full of known fighters.
They're not known. Right. We don't know what we have there. We have a lot of guys, and there's going to be a title unification fight elsewhere in the division, so we have a path towards deciding, are these guys as good as they look, or better, or worse? Sometimes they're worse. But you're right, Sergey Kovalev, there's a reason why none of those other guys have fought Sergey Kovalev. It's because they're not certain they can beat the guy. Canelo feels certain, but I wonder, here's what I was thinking, actually. I was like, you know, if Canelo beats Kovalev, does he then fight Andre Ward, who might come out of retirement? Undefeated pound-for-pound king Andre Ward at 175? And then I was like, holy crap, what if that fight happened? And Ward even mentioned the possibility, or at least retweeted somebody who had suggested it on Twitter. So it's not like I'm just making this up out of thin air.
Yeah.
Something that is possible and would be a huge fight.
Definitely possible.
What if he won that fight and then he fought Golovkin for a third time? You would have Kovalev, Ward, Golovkin. That's pretty, like, this is pretty outstanding stuff for a guy who already has a resume chock full of very, very excellent wins. I know I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I was just like, is that something he would do? Or would Canelo Alvarez go back down to middleweight
and just finish doing his work there?
Yeah, because
we've talked about,
we haven't had
who he could fight at this weight.
Yeah, there's not an undisputed middleweight champion. There hasn't been for some time because Canelo was longtime lineal middleweight champion, and Golovkin collected many of the other title belts. And then also, it's hard with undisputed as well. Just as an aside, undisputed is important, but it's also something that's dictated by situations because the alphabet organizations are known for ridiculous decisions, like when they stripped Golovkin recently and all sorts of other stuff. The WBC's thing with they took they made up a franchise champion for Canelo, and
so
then
I'm
full
like,
title.
well, who's undisputed then if somebody won all the belts but they don't have the franchise? Like, are they or are they not? Like, it gets, it's convoluted there.
But there's lots of good fights at middleweight for Canelo Alvarez, too. All that's a big if. He could lose to Sergey Kovalev, Rachel. That's a good fight.
Yeah, so we talked about how, like, he's already the favorite. And I said, I think on paper, I get why he's a favorite. But I think in the ring, I think that fight's much closer.
Oh, me too. I think that the odds are way too large, judging by what our odds have been for other fights. I do not understand, personally, how Canelo could be exponentially a bigger favorite over Sergey Kovalev than Floyd Mayweather was over Manny Pacquiao, than Floyd Mayweather even was over Conor McGregor. It doesn't make sense to me. Sergey Kovalev is the definition of a live dog. Canelo Alvarez has never fought at 175 pounds. The only person he fought above 160, if you don't count Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at a catchweight, which you can, that's fine, was Rocky Fielding and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Neither one of those guys could be in the ring very long with Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev's a really, really good fighter.
Yeah.
He is not the kind of guy that you can just expect an easy win, walkover win. And then I started thinking about Canelo's last fight against Daniel Jacobs. A good win for Canelo, but it's not like he blew Jacobs away in that fight. That was a competitive fight that was close on the scorecards. What if we get to the scorecards with Sergey Kovalev? Can Kovalev pull out a win that way? Can he use the jab? I don't know. I'm super intrigued and super excited for the fight, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that we can talk about, the after Kovalev thing, because clearly I just want to say there is a ton of money on the table should he beat Kovalev and Andre Ward consider coming out of retirement. Like, that is huge.
Super fight, and I don't know if
Canelo should not be thinking about Andre Ward.
No, you need to beat Kovalev. I don't know if Canelo can beat Andre Ward.
Like, that's that thing, that
I don't know if he would be favored at all. I think Andre Ward.
Andre Ward is like one of the best fighters, light heavyweights. Yeah. So definitely, Canelo should not even be thinking about that.
But we will.
We can just talk about it and just put that out there. And it's it's intriguing, it's interesting, it's fun. But yeah, we think the odds are much closer for Canelo Kovalev than what they show, and
he's got a lot better chance of winning that fight than the bookies are giving him credit for. We'll see how the line moves, but the line moves based on the number of bets made, and that doesn't have anything to do with the actual chances that a fight will go either way. That's just what people think. You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think I'm so happy to be so close to 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube show. We've been doing this for a couple years now, and we're in earnest. We've been doing it for over a year. We've been in earnest doing it.
The beginnings of this started 2 years ago, but yeah.
So grateful for you, our best boxing friends. Thanks for your likes, comment, and subscribe.
Do you remember the first name of our show?
It was not the worst boxing show on YouTube, because it's not.
It was not the worst boxing YouTube show.
And I later found out that there was also already a show out there, not on YouTube, I don't think, but that was not the worst show. But it is true. We are still, I guarantee you, we are still not the worst show on YouTube dedicated to boxing. Absolutely not. I think that you can see that for yourself. And we thank you for hanging out with us. We know that you have many choices when you come to YouTube. And we are glad you hang out with us. That makes you the best. We're the best. Our dogs are the best. You can't see them, but they're here. And they love you.
Sometimes you hear them. And if you watch our movie channel, you got to watch us watching them throw up. So that was awesome.
If you're into that.